Rimshee, I've been telling you got to give me better signals for this. Like, I did a false start already, and now we're getting into this.
You're live, dumbass.
Okay. God damn it. Okay. All right. So, hey, everybody. Welcome to Let's Say It's a Discord, also known as the YouTube Say It's Free Show. One of them, at least. Liviana and us, we've made amends. Did the crossover stream a couple weeks ago. It was fun. And Nick said he will no longer be streaming on Fridays. And a message to Nick.
See it. Oh, don't see it.
little message to Nick. It's kind of just fucking around, but then again, you were stealing our entire audience. So, anyways, yeah. Any Discord news over the past couple weeks?
Nothing comes to mind. We're kind of skipping the town hall this month since it's been really busy. It's hard to figure out a time.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's just gonna be delayed until until December. We'll have that one second weekend of the year or of the month. Fuck.
Yeah, crap. If he keeps stealing our audience, of course I'm going to steal his intros. Okay?
God, don't antagonize the fucking crowd.
I'll antagonize whoever I want.
I swear to God, I will burn you like California. Speaking of which,
you're on fire.
Yeah. Shall we move to that?
Yeah, sure. Let's just start with that.
I'm just gonna cut it. The transition's being weird.
Yeah.
There we go. So yeah, we're starting with Trump's crazy, crafty strategy.
Oh, I thought we were gonna do the other thing.
Nah.
You had the transition for it and everything. Bait and switch. All right.
Well, here we go, people. Trump. Apparently, Salon wrote an article on Trump. Surprise, surprise. Let's see what it says. I mean, the title right there is Trump's Crazy, Crafty Strategy. Discredit everybody until nobody believes anything anymore. That sounds like a good plan to me. Don't trust anyone. Yeah. Trump has admitted why he attacks the press and why he appointed Matt Whitaker. Can he survive his own strategy? If there's what?
Didn't work for Hillary.
No, he's not dead.
Never mind.
All right. If there's one thing you might have thought Donald Trump has learned in the past 2 years, it's that it was a huge mistake to go on TV with Lesser Holt and admit that he was thinking about the Russia investigation when he decided to fire director James Comey from the FBI. Recall that Trump was just rambling in his stream of consciousness mode when he just blurted it out without prompting. That revealing statement was not only what precipitated the appointment of Robert Mueller, it was also one of the most compelling pieces of evidence that Trump was trying to obstruct justice when he fired Comey. An apparent confession of intent, Trump has said and done hundreds of stupid things during his tenure, but that one really stands out as the blunder of all blunders. I honestly don't remember that. I'm going to take their word for it. It probably happened because it's Trump and it sounds like something he'd do. But
it's also Salon.
It's also Salon, and I honestly don't remember that, so it can't be that big of a blunder.
The truth is somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. Oops! He did it again! This week, in the midst of what observers everywhere are characterizing as a meltdown, Trump gave an interview to the Daily Caller in which he was asked if he had come up with any names for the permanent attorney general appointment and whether Chris Christie had come up. Trump replied that his acting AG, Matt Whitaker, not Whitaker, is highly respected in the Department of Justice and that he got a very good decision affirming that Whitaker's appointment was legal. Then he said, I knew him only as he pertained, as he was with Jeff Sessions. And, look As far as I'm concerned, this is an investigation that should have never been brought. It should have never been had. It's something that should have never been brought. It's an illegal investigation, and it's very interesting because when you talk about not Senate confirmed, well, Mueller's not Senate confirmed. What?
Yeah, and even with Whitaker, isn't it since he is being an interim AG, he can't be nominated for the full-time position?
I have no idea.
I heard something about that somewhere.
I'm sure he could be, and I think that it would be stupid if he couldn't be put up for that, because you could already see what he's doing with it, and so he's at least got a basis.
I have been following. I've been staying out of politics because, election time's a bad time to pay attention.
Yeah, I've been staying out of politics other than the Second Amendment stuff.
Yeah.
Highly pro Second Amendment.
I looked more into my state's new laws.
Yeah, well, that's because I saw that one article and sent it to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, by the way.
And then I voted against it, but well, I mean the only thing I had to change was actually nothing because I already have a seat. So.
Yeah. Well, for those of you who don't know the reference, apparently Washington is adopting some of California's draconic gun laws.
Yeah, you can't leave your guns laying around anymore. It's fucking bullshit.
It doesn't sound as bad as it really is, trust me.
No, they're just forcing you to either buy trigger locks or safes.
Nobody.
And they raised the age to buy semi-automatics.
That's just so stupid. You can go and get handed. You can go and join the military, get handed an M16, be taught how to fire an M240 Bravo, be taught how to fire an AT-4 anti-tank shoulder-mounted rocket. But nope, you can't go buy a handgun from your local store. Fuck you.
Yeah, well, that's my biggest issue with that. I love how we just derailed. But anyways, my biggest issue is I just want the government to decide on what an adult is. Is it 18?
Or is it
Make
21?
everything 18. Yeah.
At what age are you legally allowed to vote? At that age, there should be nothing that is illegal, as long as it is legal for everyone.
Yeah.
There is nothing that should be illegal based on your age.
Nothing should be illegal. If you can vote, nothing should be illegal.
I'm not an ANCAP. Anyway, let's continue. Nobody had mentioned Russia or the Mueller investigation. The question wasn't even about Whitaker. Just as he blurted out his intent when asked why he fired Comey, he blurted out his intent when asked about the Attorney General. He doesn't have the mental discipline not to reveal his motive for firing or hiring anyone when it comes to the Russian probe. If one didn't know better, one would think he is subconsciously begging to be indicted for obstruction of justice. In any other administration, Whitaker would never have been chosen because of the obvious appearance of bias. He spent months trashing the investigation and declaring the president innocent of all charges. Indeed, it's obvious that was the reason he was hired. At this point, no one knows whether ethics advisors in the DOJ have been asked to weigh on Whitaker's possible conflict of interest, in that he worked closely with Sam Clovis, a subject of the investigation. Even so, the consensus seems to be that Whitaker can simply refuse to recluse himself, even advise that he should. After what happened with Sessions, Whitaker recusing himself is about as likely as Donald Trump shaving his head. For all we know, Whitaker has been read into the investigation and has already been on the horn with Trump, sharing all the details. That might very well explain Trump's thought process in that moment. What the fuck? This is starting to sound like conspiracy theory shit.
Well, I was about to say, I don't know if it's because I have a natural bias towards salon, or if this just sounds like word salad.
I'm trying. I don't know. It would also explain why, for the first time in weeks, Trump fired off a volley of tweets about Mueller that are even more hysterical than usual. All right, let's read these, because apparently Salon has nothing better to do than report on tweets. The inner workings of the Mueller investigation are a total mess. They have found no collusion and have gone absolutely nuts. They are screaming and shouting at people, horribly threatening them to come up with the answers they want. They are a disgrace to our nation and don't care how many lives they ruin. These are angry people, including the highly conflicted Bob Mueller, who worked for Obama for 8 years. They wouldn't even look at all of the bad acts and crimes on the other side. A total witch hunt. Winch? Yes. That cable that you attach to the front of your... Fuck it. A total witch hunt.
Beer wenches are amazing. What are you talking?
A total witch hunt like no other in American history. Universities will someday study what...
Wait. Let's backtrack. A total witch hunt like no other in American history. I don't think he's aware of...
the Salem witch trials?
Yeah. Okay.
But you know he's saying that to get people talking on the fucking, what's it called? Shit. Brain is dead, people. Oh, yeah. We'll find out why in our next article. Universities will someday study what highly conflicted and not Senate-approved Bob Mueller and his gang of Democrat thugs have done to destroy people. Why he is protecting crooked Hillary, Comey, McCabe, well, fuck him, whatever. Lisa Page and her lover, Peter S., and all of his friends on the other side. Oh God, there's so much more of this.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what this says. Trump making these kinds of wild accusations is nothing new. What is new is the way he's now talking about the inner workings of the investigation. This raises suspicion that he heard something from Whitaker, although it's certainly possible that he's hearing from people who were interviewed by the prosecutors or the grand jury, which seems more likely to me. If so, he's once again raising suspicion that he's obstructing justice, this time by witness tampering. By having people tell you stuff, that's witness tampering now? Then again, maybe he just heard something from some mouthpiece on Fox News or is making it up out of thin air. He's doing that with increasing frequency these days. You know, actually, he could be making it up out of thin air. That's the most likely, I'd say.
You know what's funny? He actually made profit off of the whole shit with Stormy Daniels.
Yeah. Did he actually take the money, or has he yet to accept it?
I don't remember.
Because I think the funniest...
The court ruling is, like, technically he's making a profit.
Yeah.
Off Stormy Daniels.
Bangs a porn star. Pays to bang a porn star. Pays to bang a porn star. Makes a profit.
No, he didn't pay to bang her. He paid for her to stay quiet.
Close the fucking mouth. That's the same excuse. That's the same excuse Tiger Blood used. Not Tiger Blood. Yeah, Tiger Blood used. Can't remember his name.
Well, it's the same thing as hiring an escort.
No.
They're just escorting you through the night. Whether or not sex happens, that's a different story.
Mr. Sheen, what's his first name?
Charlie?
Charlie! God damn, like I said, my brain's dead today. It's like Charlie Sheen. I don't pay them to sleep with me. I pay them to leave.
Yeah.
You're still paying them. And sex is involved. The court's not going to be
But
like,
it's-
okay, on a technicality.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
the mainstream
it's a
media
winning
is
defense.
the mainstream media is overflowing with reports about chaos and pandemonium inside the White House. Theories abound about why his hysteria has escalated so precipitously. I offered mine earlier this week. He can't deal with losing and feels he's been betrayed by his own people. Whatever it is, it's clear that he's cracking under the pressure. Does it look like Trump is fucking cracking under the pressure?
No, I'd say he's even more invigorated than ever. Honestly.
Okay, if you need any evidence that Salon is full of shit, holy fuck.
He's still just rolling around doing his I don't give a fuck attitude.
I just get I just get a image of that GIF in my mind of him doing the weird faces.
Yeah.
That's all I'm seeing right now in my head.
Oh wait, who posted that on Twitter? Oh, okay, yeah. Today on Twitter, I think it was Sofane posted a picture of Trump, but his entire face is replaced with a butthole.
I think we're done with this article.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right,
effectively, Salon is making shit up. Like, a lot of this doesn't even sound reasonable.
Yeah.
Let's find out why I am dead inside. Well, not inside. Well, why my head is dead right now. Because apparently...
Well, yeah,
this'll
you know,
fucking
I've been
load. Stupid thing's been acting weird all day. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've been inhaling smoke all week. That's why I haven't been in the Discord too much, because it makes me antisocial.
Well,
but, you know...
San Francisco has the worst air quality in the world due to smoke from wildfires.
Yeah!
Yeah! No, I am not...
Face it.
I am not in San Francisco, but I'm not far from that hellhole.
Yeah.
Let's read on. This is really short, by the way. Wildfires in Northern California are giving San Francisco the worst air quality in the world, because that's the only reason. The figures come from Air Visual, which found that the air quality index, AQI, in San Francisco was 355, or 357, I stand corrected, as of Friday afternoon. The city with the second worst AQI is Dhaka, Bangladesh, at 284. AQI is measured based off of 5 different air pollutants and is calculated by the Environmental Protection Agency. The Bay Areas has hovered in the low 200s for most of the week, as the region has battled deadly wildfires that have killed 63 people in California. More than 600 people are missing as a result of the Camp Fire in Northern California. President Trump is set to visit California on Saturday to meet with individuals impacted by the wildfires, the White House said.
Oh. Hey, you might get to meet Trump.
I'm not impacted.
You can act like you are.
Dude, you know what? I actually... Funny story. Well, not funny story, but I actually had a friend, an old friend. We'll call her an old friend. I don't want to get into it, but
Okay.
she messaged me and she's like, "Well, did you go to a Trump rally in Nevada?" No. Oh, okay. Because then you've got a doppelganger out there that I could have sworn was you at a Trump rally. Good. I'm glad to hear you aren't supporting that blah blah. She said something stupid. I was highly tempted to say, "How do you know I'm not?" I mean, I'm not, but
just because I didn't go all the way to Nevada, all the way to Nevada for a Trump rally, doesn't mean I'm not supporting it. But regardless of that,
but if you have any doubt as to why, as to me being in California, yeah, I have what the right would call liberal friends, what the center would call far left friends, and I'm surrounded by idiots. Not you, dear. I love you.
Oh. Oh, that's why you were just saying, let's call her an old friend. I see. Miss Rimshee is hanging around still.
Oh, Miss Rimshee's in the other room because she's nice enough to not be playing on the big TV in here while I'm on the show. She's wonderful.
Hey, Q-rated. It was just a little anecdote about somebody mistaking Rimshee for somebody else at a Nevada rally. That's all it was.
Yeah. And if you hear Trump, you're out, then where were you during the Trump crazy crafty strategy?
Yeah. That's some good jokes in there. You missed out. Too bad.
But, I mean, quite literally. Let me confirm whether or not this is true. Yeah, I can't see trees more than a quarter mile away from my house at all.
Oh, I thought you were shaking a magic 8-ball.
Nope, that's the blinds to my window. Yeah, I can't see any trees any further out than, at best, a quarter mile.
Huh. Nice. I don't know what your view is usually like, so...
I actually do have a fair amount of trees outside my window. Because California is not all asphalt like people up where D6C lives think.
Oh, no, especially not Northern California.
Yeah. If to clear up some stuff, Nick thought that D6C was in Canada. No, he's in Montana. It's not Canadian healthcare, it's Montanan healthcare.
Oh, and also he's from California?
Yep, he's from California. Him and I grew up about a half hour away from each other. He just happened to be in the mountains.
Yeah, why he sounds Canadian?
Well, he's in Montana. He's been in Montana for easily 5-6 years, and he's always wanted to be a country boy. So I'm sure he adopted that accent as quickly as he could.
Oh, okay. Ralph from Montucky. Okay, so I haven't taken the time to look at a fire map of California.
It's on fire. It's all on fire. Everything's on fire.
How are what about the Trinity County area?
All right, let's look to see about. Come on, computer. Why are you being so fucking slow?
Oh, YTKNW, it's okay. We love you. Yeah, I'm just curious about what some people would call the Emerald Triangle, or the Redwood Forest. I don't know why they call it the Emerald Triangle. I'm not entirely sure about that.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for a map to load up.
How you doing, chat? You guys doing alright? While we're waiting for this map to load? Yeah, because, well, it's at a... Well, fuck you, Crab. No, I'm taking away your mod status out of that comment.
What'd he say? What'd he say?
He said, well, the pre-show isn't that important. Just two of our mods sticking around. Yeah,
it's not false, though. He's not wrong. Like, he's definitely not wrong. It's just two mods dicking around.
Yeah. Doesn't mean I can't take it away from him. I just gave it to him during this episode. Take it away. Ugh. Just kidding. Give it back.
Human beings are meant to live in California. California is just retaliating against the retards. If this will ever load... Fuck it.
Well, part of the reason why California is having such a big fire issue is back in the 60s, there was legislation put in place that didn't allow them to do controlled burns or even clear a bunch of dry underbrush.
Okay, we'll come back to this. We'll come back to this. Wow. God, why is everything restarting here? This is so stupid. I'm having technical difficulties, people.
Yeah, crap. That's what I told Jeff as soon as he gave me mod status, because I just wanted the gold letters at first. And then he gave me power. And then he gave me more power, and I straight up told him, like, I can't be trusted with all this power.
So...
And then he laughed, and he didn't do anything about it, so...
So this is the map of California, apparently. These are all the fires going on in California. And of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 fires, only one, 12 fires, there are only 2 of them that are contained. And they're all active fires.
Looks like my favorite part of California safe, so good.
Well, if you look at that one at the very top, that's the campfire.
Yeah. That's
the one causing a shit ton of smoke all over the Northern California. It's so big that it encompasses half of the Bay Area in size. Anyway.
Goddamn.
People are dying to the fires?
Oh, yeah, shit ton of people are dying.
Yeah, I'm just talking about the wording of that. California has roads everywhere. People are dying to the fires.
It's a little different because of how fast this spread.
What is up with that background noise? Speak again, Jables.
Talking.
Yeah, you. It's like you're coming out of your own speakers, dude.
Huh. Try again. Still going?
Yep. I don't know what's going on. Oh, I think I actually I really have no idea what's going on.
I think that's you.
No, because I just muted myself and it's not coming through me.
Huh. That's weird.
Oh well, we'll move on. You deal with your shit, fix it. But yeah, this is a fucking mess right here. Anyway, let's talk about something that's a little less. But yeah, I agree that the California's evac game is shit, but also the absolute speed of the fires is shit. I've had conversations with D6 about this stuff. He actually went to school to become a fireman, so he's had times where he's actually studied a lot of this stuff, and what he was saying is that California has basically squandered all of its funding to maintain its forests and all that shit. They'd get federal funding to clear out forests and whatnot. Not anymore, Crab.
Am I still echoing?
Even worse than before.
No, I just learned how to speak multiple times at once.
Jables has such an echo. But yeah, they've squandered their money, and then on top of that, they have absolutely left everything in the forest to burn. Like they've concentrated more on preventing fires than they have on or on putting fires out and preventing them from spreading than they have on preventing the fires from starting in the first place. Or they'll go in and instead of letting a place burn that's really not going to be an issue and just trying to contain it from going towards livable area, they've gone and put it out because, oh, we want to protect the forest from the fire, but the fire is good because there are definitely some sections of forest that need that fire. Because prime example would be redwoods. Redwoods actually need the fire in order to reproduce. It's that they're little tiny pine cone like things drop to the ground, and if the fire doesn't come along and light those shits on fire, it's not gonna grow a tree. And I'm just waiting for Jables to get back because he's being dumb. Or his computer is. Yeah, they need regular light fires. But the issue is that they don't the fires now have too much fuel, and then on top of that you got the wind. They're getting way too hot. If you just let them... Exactly, Y2K. That's exactly what it is. Keep preventing a fire, and when one happens, it destroys everything. There are certain areas where you... um... You let it burn, and you just protect the areas that are populated, and you selectively cut down trees as needed, and yeah, you'll actually have something worth dealing with, or that can handle itself. It's probably not the best thing, but the fact that it burned last year is probably better than it. He's safer now, but in those cases, you would just do some selective clear cutting. So you take out the underbrush, you get rid of the ladder fuels. You minimize a lot of the potential for spread. If the fire comes, like a lot of redwoods, if the fire burns, it burns just along the ground, and it'll singe the bark and take out some of the lower branches. But Y2K knows a fair amount about this, apparently. And is Jables back? Or is he not? Well, he's back in. I don't know if he's able to talk. But anyway, perhaps we should move on from this and talk about the crazy man with the runny nose. Yeah, California's pretty bad. Jables, talk, you bitch. I heard, God damn it. I didn't hear.
Okay.
And
Any.
Yeah, there's an echo.
How the fuck?
Let's just move on. Man's runny nose was actually leaking brain fluid. Positive notes, people. Positive notes. A North California man said he ruined Thanksgiving for his family last year when fluid reportedly seeped out of his nose and into the holiday dinner. I was preparing a meal and standing in the kitchen, and it just added itself to the ingredients. It screwed up the whole dinner, grade Phil Potts of Johnston County told ABC 11. What? I've had one of those colds where I thought I sneezed my brain out. Phil Pott, who had been... Just keep talking, we'll deal with it.
Okay.
Phil Pott, who had been dealing with the runny nose on and off for 5 years and thought it was allergies, made an appointment at Mount Sinai Hospital in New York in February and discovered it was actually a cerebral fluid leak. It's the leakage of fluid that surrounds the brain to cushion it primarily to protect it from shock or trauma or anything like that. Dr. Alfred Iloretta who treated Phil Potts, told ABC 11. According to Cleveland Clinic, patients typically complain of clear, watery fluid leaking from one side of the nose or ear. The leakage typically occurs when a patient tilts the head or strains. Headache, vision changes, and hearing loss may also be present. Phil Potts underwent corrective surgery and said it was a relief to suddenly be able to breathe again. I was stuffing tissues up my nose, he told ABC 11. It became normal up until Friday because I was up all night coughing. You're sitting there, you're a family man, you don't want to check out of the picture when it's something someone could readily fix. True. You don't want to check out. No checking out.
Yeah, I think I might need to go to the doctor.
Go to the I swear to God, Jables, I am going to beat you so that you have to spend time in the hospital and they can figure out everything wrong with you.
It would explain a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Am I still pretty bad?
You're bad. I don't know why.
Try a couple more things.
I don't know what's causing that echo. That's really stupid.
Yeah. Well, Discord only fucks up when I'm actually doing something.
This is true. This is true. We'll move on to the slug. He ate a slug on a dare and became paralyzed and died. This one's yours. Hello, Jables.
Hello.
You ready to read this article? The slug article?
I don't know. Am I still echoing?
Yeah, you're echoing, but just fucking read.
I don't even know how I'm echoing. That's the problem. It's gonna bug the shit out of me.
I don't know. Actually, hold on. I'm gonna restart Discord real quick, and we'll figure this out after the fact, because hopefully it's just that simple. What caliber was the slug? Oh God, I hope Javel sees that. Oh, Darwin's Law in action. Absolutely true. Fill cups with brain fluid. Fill bowls with plant. Okay, try talking now, Jables.
Yeah. Okay, I'm talking now.
Yep, still an echo. I don't know what's going on. Fucking read the article.
God damn it. I'm just learning how to speak twice at the same time. Alright.
It's not at the same time, it's delayed. Oh.
Yeah.
Do you have the stream open? It would be a little more delayed than that, but
I have the stream muted.
Okay, so it's not that. We'll figure it out. But just read the article. This is what is it? What is it with you and your setup?
I don't know. It's the same setup I've had for like a year. So. Oh. Alright. He ate a slug on a dare, became paralyzed, and died. This is not a happy story, guys.
No.
Bring it down a little bit.
But we'll bring it back up afterwards with a boner.
Yeah. Bring it right back up. I hate news websites.
Is it fucking loading for you or some shit?
Yeah. No, it's... it was just a silly dare among teenage boys. What could it hurt to eat a small slug? So, Australian teenager Sam Ballard grabbed the slimy creature and gulped it down. He had no idea that the slug carried a potentially deadly worm that would put him into a coma that lasted more than a year, paralyze his body, and ultimately take his life. Yeah. Trying to act like grown-ups. In 2010, 19-year-old Sam, an avid rugby player, was drinking with Jimmy Galvin and several more of his Australian mates. They literally put that in quotes. When a slug began crawling
Well, it's
across
CNN.
Galvin's...
What do you expect?
Yeah,
They're dumbasses. The fake
when a
news.
slug when a slug began crawling across Galvin's concrete patio at his home in Sydney, we were sitting over here having a bit of red wine, appreciating the night, trying to act as grown-ups. Galvin recalled in a video interview this year with Lisa Wilkinson of the Sunday Project, a current affairs talk show that airs on Network 10 in Australia. CNN reached out to Gavin, but has not heard back. Okay, useless information. Thank you. And then the conversation came up. Should I eat it? Recalled Gavin. And then off Sam went. Bang. That's how it happened. After downing the slug, Sam became weak and complained of severe pain in his legs, according to the Sunday Project. Sam's mother, Katie Ballard, told the news show that at first they were worried he might have multiple sclerosis, which had afflicted her husband, but doctors said no, that wasn't the cause. Then Sam turned to his mother and told her that he had eaten a slug, and I went, no one gets sick from that, Katie Ballard said. CNN has also reached out to Ballard. Soon, however, doctors told them otherwise. Sam had developed rat lungworm disease from the infected slug, changing his life forever. Yeah. And then, so they were trying to act like adults, drinking some red wine, relaxing, and hey, eat that slug. Turns out the slug was carrying a disease.
Oh, what?
Rat lungworm disease is caused by a parasitic worm called Angiostrongylis cantonensis. Whatever. As the name suggests, the parasite lodges in the lungs of rats and is later excreted in poop. Along comes a slug, snail, freshwater crab, shrimp, prawn, or frog, and either eats the rat dung or the parasite works its way into the creature, infecting it. Fish, however, do not spread the parasite. Humans can be infected if they eat the raw or undercooked contaminated animals or vegetables carrying unseen snails or slugs that have not been thoroughly washed. Alright, well, I'm done eating fresh vegetables. All those fuckers are getting cooked now. In addition, says the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, beverages can become contaminated with worms if left open for snails and slugs to enter. Oh, that naturally implies that you've left a beverage open for several hours and then came back and drank it. Alright. Unlike in rats, the worm's life cycle is not completed in a human. So instead of passing through the digestive tract, the worm's larvae can get lost and it will go to the brain and it will stay there, said Heather Stockdale Walden, an assistant professor in the Department of Infectious Diseases and Pathology at the University of Florida. I don't trust the University of Florida. I know the people that come from there. The parasite is not passed from human to human. When it gets to the brain, you can have eosinophilic meningitis, whatever that means, which is an inflammation of the membrane surrounding the brain and spinal cord. Symptoms can include headaches, nausea, vomiting, fever, and a stiff neck, the CDC said. Ooh. So full of love. Most cases of rat lungworm disease are typically mild, but in some cases like Sam's, the disease can cause catastrophic damage. Soon after the diagnosis, Sam fell into a coma where he remained for 420 days. Nice. Ballard said in the Australian news report he woke up paralyzed, unable to eat without a tube or move without intense effort. He required 24-hour care 7 days a week, but the disease didn't affect his mental faculties. his family and friends said. He's in there, 100%, Gavin told the Sunday Project. I apologized to Sam about everything that happened that night in the backyard, and he just started bawling his eyes out. I know he's there. Late last week, Sam died. The Sunday Project's Wilkinson wrote in a blog post, Sam passed away on Friday morning at Hornsby Hospital, not far from where he grew up, surrounded by 20 of those he most loved in the world, she wrote. Katie tells me the room was so full of love, Wilkinson said. One of his friends there in the room continued. He had his voice and he said, I love you, several times to Katie. The funeral service will be held for Sam on Thursday, according to a post on Galvin's Facebook page. Yeah, this article's a couple weeks old, but yeah, Pinky's up to the, that just sounds derogatory. Never mind, I'm not going to say what I was going to say.
What were you going to say? I got to know now.
To the slug muncher.
That sounds like gay bashing, dude.
Yeah. It said it sounds derogatory.
Yeah, well.
So, yeah, Pinky's up to that guy. I mean, you know, sometimes you just want to eat a slug because you're hanging out with some friends and you're 19. Sometimes that slug has a parasite.
People suck.
Nature sucks.
Nature sucks. Oh, not always, though. Some of it's cool. Some of it's worth doing testing. That's a horrible transition, but NASA's Orion space capsule sails at sunset in this awesome video. Okay, so the video is kind of cool, but it's fairly mundane. It's literally just them herding the capsule into the back of that boat. Need a vacation? NASA has you covered thanks to a well-timed testing procedure for its Orion crew capsule. This stunning footage was captured on November 1st using a camera mounted on a drone. It showed the USS John P. Murtha, which is equipped with a well deck that floods, allowing teams to float a test version of NASA's Orion capsule in and out of the deck. Which is pretty fucking cool, actually. You can see more spectacular views in this photo gallery. That you would click there. This is going to be in the description, yes?
Yeah.
Good. Click that link to check out the video. It will be in that second paragraph, the blue text that says stunning footage.
And it'll be in the description in a little bit. Give me just 1 second.
Yeah. Anyway. That's why NASA and the U.S. Navy borrowed the ship for a multi-day mission to the Pacific Ocean in late October and early November. NASA needs to test the procedures involved in bringing in a capsule after landing. During the test procedures, NASA personnel contract staff and Navy divers participated rowing out to the capsule, encircling it with an inflatable collar, and towing it back to the ship. This is really fucking cool, I will say. That's a pretty cool image right there. They also practiced fetching astronauts. When the Orion module landed after a real mission, astronauts will be given the choice of remaining in the capsule until it has been brought in to an exiting via an inflatable front porch, and traveling to the main ship in a small boat. NASA has plenty of time to hone its recovery procedures. The agency isn't planning to fly humans on the module until 2023. That voyage has to wait until the capsule's rocket, the Space Launch System, is ready to fly. Unscrewed tests of the pair of vehicles are scheduled to begin in 2020, according to the agency. I'm assuming unscrewed means actual flight tests as opposed to attached to a mount.
Yeah. Well, 2023. We should have Space Force by then.
Yeah, I'd re-up for that if it weren't for my fucking ankle.
Yeah. Should have walked off that point.
I didn't walk off it. It walked off me.
It just slid out from under you.
Yep. So that's pretty cool. NASA doing test procedures, but these images are pretty fucking cool.
Oh yeah.
Like that first one is bitchin'. But yeah, definitely check out this video. Don't want to deal with copyright shit, and we've only got a half hour left, and which means 10 minutes per article, roughly, of the remaining ones, and we've got more space articles. It's health in space. And
Health in
Trump,
space.
and Salon talking shit about Trump.
That's mental health.
Yeah, we'll add that one on to hell.
Wait, hold on. I want to know, who are you guys talking about? Pick an accent. Am I switching accents, or are you switching accents?
Yes, I was fucking with a little bit of JF bullshit. I don't know why it slid in.
Because it's fun.
Oh yeah, I suck at them. So deal with it. Let's see if this next one actually is loaded. Hey, it is.
Hey.
Massive meteorite impact crater discovered in Greenland. According
Fuck
to
yeah.
the Times of India. We had to go to India to get this article.
Even though it happened in Greenland. Weird.
Yep.
London.
Isn't the world? Isn't globalism wonderful?
London. Scientists have discovered a 31-kilometer wide meteorite.
Oh wait, hold on a second.
crater.
There's no echo.
Sweet. Was it on your end? Or
No.
was it on my end?
It was on your end because I didn't do anything.
I haven't been doing anything either other than talking.
That's fucking weird. Anyway.
Fuck you, Discord. You're turning into Skype. All right.
No, that's not true, because Skype has had a long time to figure this shit out. Discord's learning as it goes.
Good point.
Alright.
So, scientists have discovered a 31-kilometer wide meteorite impact crater buried beneath the ice sheet in northern Greenland.
The ice sheet?
The ice sheet in northern Greenland.
The new from Apple. The ice sheet.
This is the first time that crater of any size has been found under one of Earth's continental ice sheets. Crater. This is the first time that a crater has been found.
Now it sounds like you're saying
continental
creator.
ice sheets. Crater. No, a crater of any size has been found under one of Earth's continental ice sheets, said researchers from the University of Copenhagen in Denmark. As a first name, COP. The researchers worked for the last 3 years to verify their discovery initially made in 2015. The crater measures more than 31 kilometers in diameter, corresponding to an area bigger than Paris, and placing it among the 25 largest craters on Earth, according to the study published in the journal Science Advances. Is it a meteorite crater? Do we really know that, or is that where the Nazis are hiding?
I don't know. It's probably aliens.
Yeah. The crater formed when a kilometer-wide iron meteorite smashed into northern Greenland, but has since been hidden under nearly a kilometer of ice. The crater is exceptionally well preserved, and that is surprising because glacier ice is an incredibly efficient corrosive agent that would have quickly removed traces of the impact, said Professor Kurt H. Schar from the Natural History Museum of Denmark. But that means the crater must be rather young from a geological perspective, Jared said.
I gotta
So
say,
far.
when I read that name the first time, I thought it said Khajiit.
Khajiit has wares.
Khajiit has
Uh.
wares if you'll have coin. Professor
So
Khajiit.
far it is. So far it is. Khajiit has lessons if you have coin. So far it has not been possible to date the crater directly, but its condition strongly suggests that it formed after ice began to cover Greenland, so younger than 3 million years old, and possibly as recently as 12,000 years ago, toward the end of the last ice age. So it was either at the beginning of the ice age or at the end of the ice age. Alright. The crater was first discovered in July.
Hold on,
What?
Crab. That is funny, dude. By the way, subscribe to this channel for more frozen poop, and get addicted to skooma while you're watching.
I can sing the whole Copenhagen song if you really want.
Just read the article, Danky King.
The crater was first discovered in July 2015 as the researchers inspected a new map of the topography beneath Greenland's ice sheet. Oh, wait. Inspected a new map? Is that a newly discovered map, or is that like somebody drew up a new map?
Probably a newly. Well, it's it's not going to be a discovered map. Probably the newly minted topological map. the one where they have the highest resolution of the everything.
Oh yeah, that's right. We have like satellites and shit.
Yeah.
See a bunch of stuff. They noticed an enormous but previously undetected circular depression under Hiawatha Glacier. I like that thing. Sitting at the very edge of the ice sheet in northern Greenland. We immediately knew it was something special, but at the same time it became clear that it would be difficult to confirm the origin of the depression, said Khajiit. The 20-ton iron meteorite, that's metric tons, sits in the courtyard at the Geological Museum in Copenhagen. So I'm going to tell. It was therefore not such a leap to infer that the depression could be a previously undescribed meteorite crater, but initially we lacked the evidence, said Associate Professor Nicolaj K. Larsen from
The
Aarhus
Larsenist.
University in Denmark.
So Professor Larceny said that?
Professor Larsen. Yeah, so that's cool. Here's what's going to come out of that.
Fuck Y2K. The depression was caused by a meteor larger than your mom. Shit, Y2K. Bringing back the yo mama jokes.
I can dig it.
Oh, they're due for a resurgence, I'm sure.
Hey, I was going to move to Portland because the dream of the 90s isn't alive there. Then I found out nobody had a job. And I left. Yeah.
I don't know. This is pretty cool, though. Well, we're always learning something new about the Earth, and the fact that we had no idea that a huge depression existed in Greenland is pretty fascinating. I'm sorry, that's really hard.
I think he's talking about my mama, Crab. It's okay. She's fine. She's probably listening to the show right now. She probably laughed about that. So no, Crab. No. Down.
We'll let you off your leash when we need something attacked. Don't worry.
Yeah.
And no, he's not the gimp of the show. Don't be pedantic.
I've noticed a theme over the last
Y2K. Yeah, who'd think a place that's frozen fucking solid would be associated with depression?
Yeah. Spot on. You know, I've noticed a theme. You and I have been talking about space and science a lot. And you guys know what's coming out real soon? What's happening real soon that you can see for yourself, most likely, if you're in the right hemisphere?
Are you gonna say it, or am I gonna have to say it?
The Leonid meteor shower peaks this weekend. How to catch the bright spectacle.
Science space. Fucking water bear.
Science space. Yeah, it's been very science space. Science and space. Sorry. I'm skipping words. I'm saving time.
Keep your eyes peeled this weekend. If you're lucky, you may catch a glimpse of fireballs shooting across the night sky as the annual Leonid meteor shower makes its glorious return. Sunday. Oh, Saturday.
Literally, Saturday.
The meteor shower, which contains debris from Comet Temple Tootle, that's an interesting name, will be visible Saturday night and early Sunday morning. Earth will cross the thickest part.
Thickest part.
Woo!
They put that in quotes too. The thickest part. Ooh,
Who knew a comet's tail had a thick part, baby? Oh, yeah. Thickest part of the Leonid meteors around 7 p.m. Eastern Time Saturday, Space.com reports. Though you'll have the clearest view after midnight. Viewers can expect to witness about 20 meteors per hour during the peak of the show, according to AccuWeather blogger David Schmaul. I'm not gonna try again. Fuck him. The Leonids are often bright meteors with a high percentage of persistent trains. The American Meteor Society says, here's everything you need to know about the starry spectacle. The thickest part.
Thick.
Meteors.
That's THI with 2 C's.
New fetish.
I like this thick meteor. Yeah.
How meteors are formed. A meteor forms when a meteoroid, a type of space rock that breaks off from an asteroid, a rocky body orbiting the sun, enters Earth's atmosphere. That's not always true. That's not how all asteroids are formed. Some of them, or that's not how all meteoroids are formed.
Meteorites.
It's not. Well, their statement on meteoroids is incorrect. And technically, meteor is the general encompassing term for meteoroids and meteorites. So they've got bad information here.
Yeah, they got a NASA blog post.
It's Fox. What do you expect? As soon as the space debris crosses over, it breaks down into...
Hold on. I do have to say, Fox has a way better website than CNN. We'll say that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Not the quality of the content, but just how the website works.
Yeah, because they actually have tech people there.
Which is weird. You'd expect CNN to have all the tech people.
Yeah. Anyway, as soon as the space debris crosses over, it breaks down into what scientists call a meteorite, not a meteor, which then vaporizes and, as a result of friction, appears as a bright streak of light across the sky. Because of their appearance, these streaks of light, some people call meteors shooting stars, NASA explained in a blog post. But scientists know that meteors are not stars at all. They're just bits of rock. No shit. Why is it called the Leonid meteor shower? This shower is called the Leonid shower because
Oh,
of
we're
the
learning shit today.
because the meteors seem to come from a period in the constellation, or the meteors seem to come from a point in the constellation Leo. NASA states online. That's weird. When can I see the Leonid meteor shower? The part we've been waiting for. What's your best bet to witness a fireball in action will be on November 17th and November 18th when the shower reaches its peak. You'll be able to see the most meteors after midnight on November 17th. According to what area? The showers will be visible across the country. Oh, okay.
Can I?
There's the map right there.
Yeah, I just want to point out something on this map. See that big red bit that goes through like Michigan and all that through like.
Yes, it looks like a penis.
US,
I get it.
With the ball sitting on a table. It's like they slap the balls down on a table and it's just a sad little penis.
But yeah, check out that map. If you're in any of those green areas, you've got pretty good.
Oh man,
That's a big green fish.
yeah. I was leaning towards shark with that big green spot. It's like yin and yang, shark and dick.
Well, one eats, the other one gets eaten. The shower will be visible across the country through pollution. Though pollution, weather, and the moon could cloud the sky and prevent you from catching the show. Since the Leonids will radiate from the northeast, AccuWeather says people in the western and southern part of the United States will have the best visibility. I guarantee you why more than half of California is fair and not good is because it's fucking on fire.
Well, it's on fire, and then you got those goddamn lights everywhere. Like, yeah, that's all coastal. You got cities all over the fucking place over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How can I watch it? Unlike solar eclipses, which require special equipment to view the astrological event, you don't need anything to spot this celestial event. Go to a dark spot, get comfortable, bring extra blankets to stay warm, and let your eyes adjust to the dark sky, NASA suggests. A cozy lounge chair makes for a great seat, as does simply lying on your back on a blanket. Eyes scanning the whole sky. I just feel like Martin Gaye should start playing because, yeah, fucking cool.
My local bar has a nice patio that we could just make it dark back there. And I can just, sit back and drink.
Okay. Since we're on a Fox channel, I gotta scroll down and actually look at this. Like, what the fuck is going on? Is that Tommy Lauren back there? I haven't paid enough attention to Fox. And what am I fucking pre-ordering?
What? I don't know.
It's the ad at the bottom. It's Fox Nation. Opinion done right. Become a founder. Pre-order now.
I think that is Tommy Lauren. I'm not sure though. I think it is.
Y2K. Just lay back on a blanket and think of Britain or the Leonids. Just do it for Britain. Do it for Queen and country. NASA sounds lonely. Fucking water bear.
Alright.
And then you got Crab saying the whole country's a trap. But yeah, let's roll back up to this. If you're in green, you've got pretty good visibility, supposedly. Assuming that shit's not... Is Hannity teaming up with Tommy Lauren? Who fucking knows?
I think maybe. I heard she got a job at Fox News.
I completely forgot she existed, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, Lauren Southern wins in that whole blonde conservative thing.
Yeah, but
Lauren Southern's sister wins even better.
Let's be honest. If Tommy Lauren walks up to you and offers, you're not going to say no. You can lie on air here, but we all know the truth. You would not say no.
She is pro-choice.
If she offers to give you a blowy, you're not going to say no. If Lauren Southern offers to give you a blowy, you're not going to say no. To be perfectly honest, the only reason I would say no is because I've got a girlfriend that I love and I don't want to screw that up.
Yeah. Well, no, Lauren Southern, no, I'm down for that. Legally she's a dude though, so that's kind of gay.
You're already half gay. And traps aren't gay, they're just chicks with dicks. It's fine.
Yeah, but she doesn't have a dick.
Then it's even less gay. What the fuck are you talking about?
But it's more gay because she's legally a dude. No, we need Hannah here to explain this shit. That's
okay. Let's be honest. If you ran into Blair White or Bailey J and they offered to give you a blowjob and let you jizz in their ass, would you or would you walk away?
Blair White, yes. Bailey J, no.
Why not Bailey J?
Really intimidating.
She's too big for you. Got it.
No. It's not into the whole porn star thing.
Okay, sure, whatever. Here's the best one. If actually, no, I'm not gonna go there because
do it. No.
No, because I like this individual and I don't want to say shit.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to start shit and be like, oh, people only think of her like that. No,
yeah,
she's fucking awesome.
Could you at least DM it to cease that curiosity within me? Otherwise, I'm going to keep poking.
Yeah. Okay. So somehow we went from talking about meteor showers to talking about Tommy Lauren and Sean Hannity teaming up to talking about getting a blowy from Tommy Lauren or Lauren Southern to talking about fucking traps.
It's the natural course of the internet, my dude.
Everything comes back to traps. It's a fact. It's a fact. If Melania Trump offered, says Crab.
Ooh.
Y2K, I could disappoint Blair White all night.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I'll DM that to you in a bit.
Yeah. You want to talk about this kick-ass exoplanet real quick?
Sure, I'll read it. Exoplanet discovered around neighboring star. Astronomers have discovered a planet around one of the closest stars to our sun. Nearby planets like this are likely to be prime targets in the search for signatures of life, using the next generation of telescopes. The planet's mass is thought to be more than 3 times bigger than our own, placing it in a category of worlds known as a super-Earth. It orbits Bernard's star, which sits just 6 light years away. The star, I think that star system was in a book that I was reading earlier. We don't know if it has oil yet. That's the first test. Orbert's Bernard store. The star is an extremely faint red dwarf that's about 3% as bright as the sun. Writing in the journal Nature, what? Gilliam Anglada Asquade, I'm just going to butcher this every time I read it now, and colleagues say its newly discovered planetary comparison has a mass of 3.2 times bigger than the Earth's. Dr. Anglada Esquadral says it was possibly a mostly rocky planet with a massive atmosphere. It's probably very rich in volatiles like water, hydrogen, carbon dioxide, things like this. Many of them are frozen on the surface.
Huh.
So yeah, it probably has oil and it's right at the surface.
You know, that's the way to really get our government interested in space travel. Just keep telling them that different planets have oil.
Get on it, NASA!
We'll start a war with that planet, whether or not there's people on there or not.
A hard boy with a thick atmosphere. Ooh. Way to go, Y2K.
Ooh, we've gotten very thick tonight.
I agree, Crab. That would be very disappointing. Anyway, the astronomer from Queen's Mary University of London added, the closest analog we may have in the solar system might be the moon of Saturn called Titan, which also has a very thick atmosphere and is made of hydrocarbons. It has rain and lakes made of methane. The planet, Bernard Star B, is about as far away from its star as Mercury is from the Sun. It's the second closest exoplanet to Earth after Proxima Centauri b, whose discovery was announced in 2016. The planet orbits past a boundary called the snow line, beyond the traditional habitable zone where water can remain liquid on the surface. On distance alone, it's estimated that the temperatures would be about -150 on the planet's surface. However, a massive atmosphere could potentially warm the planet, making conditions more hospitable to life. And if we're honest, just because it's colder doesn't mean that life can't form. It just means life would be different.
Yeah. One thing to keep in mind when talking about life on Earth, it's just life is
Y2K, Titan, wet and pre-lubed. You were saying?
Oh, I was just saying, like, whenever we're talking, whenever we...
God damn it, Y2K. -150. Or as Canadians call it, time to bring the keg in.
Yeah. Yep.
Fuck. Sorry, I had to read that. That was glorious.
No. Time's gone. Keep going.
The researchers used the radial velocity method for their detection. The technique can detect wobbles in a star caused by the gravitational pull of an orbiting planet. Pardon me. These wobbles also affect the light coming from the star. As it moves towards Earth, its light appears shifted towards the blue part of the spectrum, and as it moves away, it appears shifted towards the red. Oh. Well, yeah, I think Jupiter is a little too thick for our needs.
You can't derail a train with a nickel. Exactly, Water Bear. Get it. You're on my side. Finally, somebody's on my side.
Why, I don't understand, but whatever! This planet is particularly complicated because the orbital period, the time to complete one full orbit of the host star, is 233 days. In 1 year, you only see one part of the cycle. And you have to cover it over many years to be sure that it's repeating. What the fuck? The planet... The planet is particularly complicated because of its orbital period. The time to complete one full orbit of the host star is 233 days. I see. They're talking about seeing it from Earth. Okay. That makes sense. The team re-examined archive data obtained from 2 astronomical surveys over a 20-year period. They also added new observations with the Carmenes spectrometer in Almeria, Spain, the ESO HARPS instrument in Chile, and the HARPS N instrument in the Canary Islands. Most things on their period get complicated. Shut up, I don't want to get in trouble again. It's the first time the radial...
I'm texting her now.
Oh, shut up. Don't get me in trouble, Jibbles, I swear to Christ! It's the first time the radical velocity technique has been used to detect a planet this small so far away from its host star. We couldn't get a single experiment that would detect it unambiguously, so we had to combine all the data very carefully. They were combining data, said the Queen's Mary University of London astronomer. Are they just not typing his name anymore?
I don't know.
I guess so. We found a lot of
it's hard to get that E with a little accent above it. So
not if you copy and paste. Like, yeah. I would be lazily mispronouncing his name because I can't pronounce it. That's different than, oh, I'll just cut. Oh, nope, it's down further. We found a lot of systematic errors from several of the instruments that were producing ghost signals. It was not only about getting new data, but also about understanding the systematic effects. Only when we had done only when we had done that did the signal become very clear to and obvious. Goddamn grammar people. Fuck.
Editors, yeah. Fucking hate them.
That's not on me. That's on them not having a fucking comma.
Yeah, well, it's also a lot of shit's on them, dude. Like, we run into this every fucking week. I don't know who is hired as an editor. I don't think they're actually doing their job. Obviously not. We constantly find misspellings and everything, and I bitch about this every week.
Like, it's to the point. Do they not use do they not use spell check built into the fucking thing?
Oh well, they're. I don't know. There was an article earlier that just had like the improper version of the word.
When the next generation of telescopes comes online, scientists will be able to characterize the planet's properties. This will likely include a search for gases, like oxygen and methane, in the planet's atmosphere, which might be markers for biology. The James Webb Space Telescope might not help in this case because it was not designed for what's called high-contrast imaging. But in the U.S., they are also developing W-FIRST, a small telescope that's also used for cosmology, said Dr. Yeah, no, that doesn't sound anything like his name, but fuck, I'll butcher it how I want. Fuck you! If you take the specs of how it should perform, it should easily image this planet. When we have the image, we can then start to do spectroscopy. Looking for... I like to cook my family and friends. Don't be psycho. Use commas. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I like to cook.
If it works to specs, blah.
France.
Looking at different wavelengths in the optical and in the infrared, looking at whether light is absorbed at different colors, meaning there are different things in the atmosphere. This is a long article. This is a good article, though. It's bringing us right to the end. This is not the first time there have been claims of a planet around Bernard's star. In the 1960s, the Dutch astronomer Peter van de Kamp, working in the U.S., published his evidence for a planetary companion based on perturbations in the motion of the star. However, Van de Kamp's claims proved controversial, as other scientists were not able to reproduce his findings. The new planet is impossible for Peter van de Kamp to have detected. The signal would have been too small for the technique he was using, said Guam Angela Escandes. However, the new data containing tentative hints as of the second planet orbiting Bernard's star even further out than the super-Earth. The new data does show evidence for a long-period object. That object has a very low probability of being the Van de Kamp planet, but it's a long shot, said Angela Escandes. In a separate article published in Nature, Rodrigo Diaz from the Institute of Astronomy, God damn it, fuck! Astronomy and Space Physics in Buenos Aires, Argentina, who also who was not involved with the study, said the discovery giving us a key piece in the puzzle of planetary formation and evolution, and might be among the first low-mass exoplanets whose atmosphere are probed in detail. He added, difficult detections such as this one warrant confirmation by independent methods and research groups. A signal for the planet might be detectable as astrometric data, precision measurements of stellar positions from the Gaia Space Observatory that are expected to be released in the 2020s. The star is named after American astronomer E. Barnard, who measured properties of its motion in 1916. And that brings us literally right to 6 o'clock.
Yeah, I was about to say, that's the first time we've actually selected the proper amount of articles.
There was also a lot of bullshitting in there, to be fair.
Yeah.
Because of stupid technical issues.
Yeah.
Like, you're echoing, and then I had some weird thing where my headset
I have no idea what was up with that. I tried all sorts of shit.
Yeah.
So that's cool. We found a new exoplanet. Start tweeting at Trump that oil is on that planet, and we might be able to explore it someday. If you guys want to be on the show, DM us. We're
boring.
Yeah, DM us. You can come on there. Anybody that's in the Discord is welcome to come on the show. I keep forgetting to mention that week. You just have to DM us, and maybe bring a news article with you.
It's a peace offering.
Yeah, and spectacular. Well, you're at the tail end of it, my dude. But I think it's been a pretty good show. Chat, you've been great. Rimshee, you've been great. Sorry about the technical difficulties.
Jable, you've been okay.
I thought I was pretty good tonight.
You were good for. Yeah, you were good. Close enough.
Other than technical difficulties.
Technical difficulties. All right.
Which weren't under my control.
Not under mine either, apparently. I don't know what the hell was happening. That was fucking weird.
Yeah. Alright. So with that, we've been your Lesser Saints of Discord. YouTube Saints is coming up in about 28 minutes. Be sure to check that out. Link in the description. If you aren't a part of the Discord, go ahead and join that. Link in the description. And it is an updated link because I forgot I did a thing with the older episodes. Yeah. We'll be back next week, 4:30 p.m. Pacific Standard
Yeah,
Time,
we'll be
7:30,
back
8:30 p.m., 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard. And, yeah.
We got nothing new.
Got nothing to do.
Have a good night,
Tune
everyone.
in next time for
To
more
learn
Dragon Ball
less.
Z.
All right.
Have a good night.
Have a good night, everyone. Take care.